What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's on with me today. She is an author, an entrepreneur. She has a podcast of her own. It's called Real Talk with Grace Redman. And we're going to get to know her and talk to her about her why of getting involved with podcasting and media and entrepreneurship and everything that she does. Without any further ado, I introduce you guys the wonderful, the talented, the beautiful Grace Redman. Grace, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, Chris, thank you so much for having me. You're such a delight. I appreciate you for
Oh, well,
that.
thank you so
Thank
much. Thank
you.
you for coming on. I really do appreciate you as well. And I'm looking forward to having this conversation.
Thank you.
And look here, my first question to you, Grace, is the same as it always is with everybody that's on here. And that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do?
Hmm.
Did you have any role models, any inspirations maybe growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for getting into podcasting, being a writer, writing a book, and entrepreneurship?
So, my why for getting into podcasting was I started my podcasting in March of
Mhm.
2021. We were about a year into the
Right.
pandemic. And as an entrepreneur, I was used to meeting with at least, 5 to 6 strangers a day in my
Hmm.
business. And I used to love connecting, and so I missed the connection. And that is the reason that I started the podcast in 2021, because I missed connecting with people and I missed hearing their stories. And so my podcast is called Real Talk with Grace Redman, because I bring on people from my circles and communities who've overcome challenges and created amazing, because we all have a story,
Right.
and they just come on and we real talk, kind of like, your podcast. Just going to let it flow and just let it be
I
real.
love that. I really do. Did you always want to be a entrepreneur, business type of person, or did this something that just came about? In your days of growing up, did you always know you was going to be in business or be writing something, or did you kind of just transition to that?
No, I never thought I was going to be in business or writing something. I thought I was going to get married to Prince Charming and live in a house with a picket fence and, be home in my apron and cooking. And although I'd still do that, no, that's not. That was not my vision growing up. My vision was to, get married and be taken care of. Really, if I'm being
No, that's
honest.
okay. Listen. Everybody can't look like a model like you, Grace. Okay, I'm just saying that. So I understand that. I totally understand that mindset. That's totally awesome. But at the same time, I love the transition. I love the mindset of wanting to tell people
Yeah.
stories. I wanting to,
Mm-hmm.
create a platform that's a comfortable space so people can come and talk to you, which is
Yes.
the exact same thing that I do here with Work Hard, Play Harder. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you about these schools. 'Cause I believe you went to St. Mary's, St. Mary's,
I
and
did.
I want to ask you, were there any other schools that you were considering going to, or did you have St. Mary's as your deadlock college that you was gonna go to regardless?
No, I really didn't have any college, in mind that I wanted to go to. The reason that I eventually got my bachelor's degree from St. Mary's was because I was able to work and go to
Mm-hmm.
college at the same time. So it was a program for working adults, and I was like in my early 20s at that
Hmm.
time, but they called it that working adults
Hmm.
program. So I was able to work full time and go to college at St.
I
Mary's.
love that, and I know we talked about this offline. You're from the Bay Area, if I'm not mistaken. You're out there.
I am from the Bay
So,
Area.
okay, so maybe you can answer me this. Which city is better to like do leisurely things in? Because I know Oakland and San Francisco are like only 7 miles apart, if I'm not mistaken.
They
I
are.
think it's like 7 or 8 miles apart. Which city is better for like leisurely to have fun in your opinion?
Oh, that's not fair to ask me that, because I'm from the Bay Area. Although I live in San Mateo, which is a 30 minutes south of San
Right.
Francisco. I love San Francisco. So ever since I've been a little girl, anytime, relatives came to visit from out of state, I would love it because we would go and sightsee and do the wharf and Ghirardelli Square. Although I love Jack London Square in Oakland. Oakland has a really beautiful area. It's
Right.
artsy. I love going to Yoshi's in Oakland. So I love the Bay Area. I know we get a bad rap, but if you come out here, we'll definitely show you a good time and you'll eat delicious food. That's
Oh,
for
well, there's
sure.
no question. I mean, next February, like I said, the Super Bowl's in Santa Clara, home of the San Francisco 49ers, which that's where their stadium is. I'm not sure how far San Jose is from you, but San Jose is really close to where they play. It's like literally like 10 minutes away from the Santa Clara Stadium.
Very
But
close.
I would definitely be out there that way next February for sure. So when I do come out there,
Right
we
on.
we definitely need to do something, girl, you and me. So I would love that.
Yeah,
Love
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. And Santa Clara is literally 20 minutes. So I'm right in the middle of San Francisco and Silicon
Hmm.
Valley, Santa Clara, San Jose. 30 minutes to San Francisco, 30 minutes to San Jose. So I have the best of all
You do,
worlds.
and I would love to be shown around. That's for sure. I'll be there all week, no question. Which opening
Great.
night happens to be my birthday, which is February 2nd. So that's
Okay.
Groundhog Day. So
Right
that's
on.
amazing. I love that. So I'm looking forward to that week for sure. Um, uh,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say February 2nd. So February 3rd is my dad's birthday, and February 23rd is my son's birthday. So that's why you have a great energy. Remind me of my son and my dad.
Absolutely, no doubt. And my mother's birthday is the 22nd. So that's what's up.
There you
That's
go.
we have just so many similarities here. I love that. That's amazing.
For sure.
I want to
For
ask
sure.
you some favorite questions, Grace, and you give me the 411 off the rip based upon those favorite questions. Okay, so here we go. Favorite meal you like to cook?
Oh, my favorite meal I love to cook is I make these amazing lamb shanks, and
Hmm.
they're like my grandmother used to
Okay.
make. That is my favorite meal to make. And I think it's my favorite meal because, I love to feed people and make them happy. And that meal makes my loved ones really
Okay.
happy.
I might have to check that out, girl, when I come down there. I might have to do a little something. I've never heard of that dish before, to be honest with you.
Oh, lamb shanks? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
delicious.
I'm with you on that. I like that. I'm a huge taco person, so I love tacos. So that's my thing.
Uh, Hey, who doesn't love
Right. And
tacos?
very simple to make, so I love that for sure. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
I love Morgan Wallen.
Mm, okay.
I love Morgan Wallen. His concert was amazing. Although when my son first started listening, I'm all, "What is that? Turn that shit off." And then now I'm like, "Take me to the concert."
I
Um,
love it.
Actually, one of my favorite concerts is was Billy Joel in Madison Square
Oh wow.
Garden on his 70th birthday. I think that was
Yeah,
dope.
the Piano Man.
That was a
No
dope
question
concert.
about that. Mr. Billy
Mm-hmm.
Joel. One of my favorite songs of his is River of Dreams, if you know that song. That's one of my favorite
Nice.
songs of his. But my favorite concert that I've attended, I would say, is The Weeknd. I'm a huge Weeknd person,
Oh
so I love
yeah,
The Weeknd,
love
love
the weekend.
R&B, love that vibe.
Yeah, me
So
too.
it's very good. Okay, I like that.
Actually, one of the fun now that you're talking, one of the funnest concerts we went to was actually um, in the Oakland
Mm.
Coliseum, and it was, oh my God, it was Too Short, Snoop
Oh,
Dogg,
okay,
Warren
okay.
G,
Mm-hmm.
E40. It
That's
was
Bay Area right
yeah,
there
we
for
had a good time.
real.
Well, when you talk about work hard, play hard, that was definitely a night that we played hard.
I
It
know
was
that's right, girl, because you just named some heavy hitters out the Bay Area and West Coast rap for real. So I love that. I love that for sure.
yeah,
Okay.
that was fun.
Um, Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Oh, so one of my favorite places is two places that I love are the Amalfi Coast of
Mm.
Italy, and when I had the so blessed to have had the opportunity to go to Greece. That was on my bucket list since I was a little girl. And we had the opportunity to go there last summer. And there's place called Scorpios in Mykonos. And I swear, Chris, I had an out of body experience there. Just the people, the you're on the ocean, the music. if I could go back there, I kind of use that as my anchor when I'm having, a moment or a bad day. I just remember just being there. So that those are my two favorite places.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I like that. I'm definitely putting both of those on the bucket list, and I'll definitely have to call you and get some
Yes, you
recs
have to.
from you so I can see what to visit, what to go to, and stuff like that. That would be amazing for you to let me know. Um,
Yeah, I will.
Jamaica, it was my place. No
Ah,
question about that.
I love
So
Jamaica.
beautiful. Such a beautiful place.
Love
So
Jamaica.
I was blessed enough to go there last year on a cruise. So I definitely will go back there for certain for
Mm.
sure. But I just got my passport last year, so I want to be traveling to multiple places for sure. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, yes. Travel has changed my life. I mean, I didn't start traveling until maybe 10 years
Mhm.
ago. Um, and it's just been a game changer.
Absolutely, no question. You get to see different parts of the world and just, and,
Yeah.
experience their cultures and different, excuse me, and different things of that nature. So I love that. I'm a sports person, Grace, as you know. So I'm going
Mm.
to ask you this sports question. It's a two-part sports question. Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They can be the same sport.
I love watching basketball.
Mm,
And I love, attending basketball games. Of course, we have the Warriors, so, we love Steph
sure.
Curry. And when I first met my husband, he would always watch basketball, and so that was the way that we would, hang out and connect. So I would say basketball.
Girl, you
And
already.
actually, I just watched my nephew play basketball on Sunday,
Mm.
so there you go. But as a, growing up in the 80s, I used to love watching football because Joe Montana, Dwight Clark, I mean, they gave us some really amazing fun times, fun childhood
Oh, no
times.
question. That was the team of the '80s, right? The San Francisco
Right,
49ers, what you're talking about,
right.
right? You have Jerry Rice, you got Bill Walsh as the coach,
Oh, Jerry Rice.
as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Ugh,
So
amazing
no
times.
question. No
Amazing
question
times.
about that. Listen, you already won my heart. I'm already smiling on the inside and out. When you said basketball is your favorite
Yeah.
sport, I'm with you on that because that's my favorite sport as well.
Yeah, it's so fun.
So, uh,
It's fun. It's fun being in the, at the Coliseum for a basketball game.
absolutely.
But again, I love football because my sons played football. Plus, we live in San Mateo. That's where Tom Brady came out of. He came out of our high
He
school.
did.
So, yeah, gotta love football.
Okay, I'm with you on that. My two favorite sports. All right, and this is the last of the favorites. I'm a huge foodie. Okay, so I want to know
Mm.
what is your favorite place to eat out at?
Oh, I love food. So there's like so many different
Mhm.
places I love to eat out at. Um, okay, so there's a new restaurant here in South San Francisco. It's Middle Eastern. It's called Sofra, and it's it's delicious. If it was closer to me, I'd be there every
Mm,
day. And what they do is they make the lamb shank. They actually make a lamb shank, and then they put the bread on top of it. So when they bring it to
mm.
you, it's like it has a big old pita bread on top of
Okay,
it, and then you kind of break it open. Everything there is delicious. That's my favorite. One of my favorite places
I'm
to
definitely
eat.
going to have to try that spot out. Now, is it spicy? Like I can deal with a little bit of hot sauce, but I can't deal with like the too spicy.
Well, you could make it. It doesn't no. It doesn't have to be
Okay,
spicy.
got you.
You could, and since you're coming to the Bay Area, I gotta get a shout out for Tony's Pizza in North Beach
Oh yeah. Okay.
because I love pizza. But Tony Napolitano's pizza in North Beach, you gotta try
Okay,
it.
I'm definitely gonna try
You gotta
Tony's. Yeah,
try it.
definitely shout out Tony's. I don't know if they make deep dish pizza
Yeah.
or if they make stuffed crust pizza,
Oh, they make.
but
Yeah, yes, they make all. They make deep dish. They make
thin
skinny.
crust.
They make all kinds of. Now I'm hungry. Now I need some. Oh, I'm ready for some pizza
Listen,
myself.
I love me some pizza. There's no question about it. I will be definitely checking that
Mm-hmm.
out. No doubt about it, Grace. I appreciate that. You got some great taste, by the way. I love that. That's amazing. I want to ask this next question, and that is your day-to-day operations.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, no 2 days in a journalist's life is ever the same. We're always doing something different, covering something different, talking to different people. That's what makes the job very exciting. Is that you just never know what the results of the games are going to be. You never know what's going to be happening each day, and I love that. As an entrepreneur, you have things going on business wise. I'm sure no 2 days are the same. As your
No.
podcast, you probably have different guests on. No two guests are ever the same. There's always something different. Talk to me about your day-to-day operations as an entrepreneur. Are you writing any more books? Or how many podcast shows do you do a week or a month? How long do they go? Stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Okay, you're right. No 2 days are the same. And also, as an entrepreneur, the CEO and founder of two different businesses, no 2 days are ever the same. And so I'm grateful that I have an incredible team, supporting me. And what I make an effort to do this year, the podcast was amazing. It was crazy. Like, I think I recorded, 24 podcasts in a very short period of
Wow.
time. So typically, I do two a month, every other week. This year, I think we were doing three a month. Um, so what I do is I try to book things. Like, for example, yesterday I was a guest on three
Right.
podcasts, and then today I'm a guest. So I try to time block things where, like, one day I'm doing all podcasting, then the other day I'm doing client reach out. So no 2 days are the same. And also, there's sometimes on the staffing side where things are, I have to kind of drop what I'm doing to take care of a client request. So I could have a schedule down and then something comes in that needs to be taken care of. But I learned to pivot, and my team has learned to pivot along with me. But something that's a non-negotiable for me, regardless of what my day looks like, I have a morning routine. First thing in the morning, I pray, meditate, and then I get some type of workout in. And then at some point during the day, when there's a break, I also get a walk in. That helps me maintain my energy to be able to manage all the moving pieces that we have as entrepreneurs. As you know, it's a lot of moving
Right.
pieces all the
Right.
time.
Absolutely. Now, I'm curious. What kind of business do you have as an entrepreneur? Like, obviously there's a plethora of businesses out there, but what kind of business do you do, and when did you start?
So I have two businesses. I am the CEO and founder of Stansbury Staffing. I started that in 1999, so I've been running that business for 26
Wow.
years. And what we do there is we provide talent to local organizations. So anything from the mom pop, like State Farm company, all the way on up to Fortune 500 companies we've staffed over the last 26 years. But our core competency is we place administrative staff, administrative
Okay.
professionals. So that's been
Mm.
amazing. What a blessing. I feel so, so very grateful to have had the opportunity to be part of, our community here in the Bay Area, and help both the clients and the candidates. A big piece of the staffing was coaching, and I really loved coaching. So 10 years
Yeah.
ago, it just felt like a natural progression to start a coaching side of the business. So those are the two businesses, the staffing and then the coaching speaking.
Oh, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing, Grace.
Thank you.
I love that. I love the fact that you do that, and you've been doing that for the past 26 years. Now you said you
I
had two
have.
though. What was your other business?
The coaching business. So I have the
All this
staffing
happened in the coaching.
business that we started in 1999. And then in 2015, 2016, I started the coaching side of the
I
business.
love that. That is amazing. Now,
Yeah, it's been amazing.
this is a great segue to this next question, though, and that's mental health and work-life balance, right? Because, both of those businesses that you started, one for 26 years, I think the other one's about 10 or 11 years that you've been doing. As you know, mental health is very important in any occupation, right?
Absolutely.
So, I know journalists like myself have stepped away because their mental health was affected in a plethora of ways. I know work-life balance is very tough as well. I'm a bachelor. It's very
Yeah.
tough to go out here and try to find someone that can equate my schedule because sometimes you're doing evenings, you're doing nights and weekends, and sometimes you get a Tuesday off. While people don't normally have Tuesday off, right? People that work business jobs is Monday through Friday, so it's very difficult to be able to have someone, uh, you know, there with you. Now, I want to know, you being an entrepreneur, you writing podcasting, I should say, writing a book as well, being a wife, being a daughter, maybe even a sibling. You wear many different
Yeah,
hats, right? And that's
I
what I'm
do. We all
right. We
do.
all do, right? but we all deal with mental health differently as well. So I want to know, how do you deal with your mental health and keep it strong, but also still have that work life balance? Because you seem like a wonderful woman to be around, but you also seem very
Thank you.
dedicated to
Thank you.
and passionate about what you do. So tell me, how do you balance all of that?
That's a great question. I mean, there was a time that I didn't balance it well, and there are still times that I don't balance it
Mhm.
well. And I've learned it's really about integration, like integrating my personal and professional life. And what helps me as far as, mental health is the workout, the meditation, the prayer, the walk. That's why I do those things every day. And I know some people say, well, I don't have time. Said, well, if you don't have time, then you're going to have to take time during your burnout, because I've burnt out before. And when I burn out, it takes me months to recover. So it's better to find the time now for, your wellness than to crash, burn, and then have to be, out for whatever period of time. And on my journey, like I said, I've crashed and burned many times. I've dealt with
Right,
depression, I've dealt with
right.
anxiety. So those things are not a stranger to me. And I feel for me, what's helped me the most is exercise.
I love that.
That really helps me. And then when you talk about balance, I'm very committed and disciplined. I'm very good at not allowing distractions. Like, I'm not typically the one scrolling on those social media. Yes, I have to have a presence for business, and I'll get on there when I need
Hmm.
to. I'm not typically watching the news, although I know what's going on in the
Sure.
world. I don't allow myself to go down the rabbit hole of chaos, because I feel like that takes us away from our purpose. And for me, I believe like our purpose is to be the best person that we can, so we can in turn be a servant, be servant leaders and be of service to give back. So if I'm not, emotionally, mentally, physically, fit, like, how am I going to be of service to you?
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. No question about that. I love the fact that you talk about exercise being something that you can kind of get away from, because every day is not sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be some tough days.
It's
It's
not.
going to be some tough days.
There's tough days, and there's tough
Hmm.
months, and there's tough, you know, tough years, but it's also perspective as
Hmm.
well. It's and oftentimes, although I teach this and I preach it, like, I'm human, and I find myself like looking at the situation as the glass half empty, and then I have to remind myself, what, step back. Where's the gratitude here? And surrender, and trust. So I trust the process, and if I can say this, like, I trust in God. And if I, just take a moment to step back and surrender and trust, I'm like, all is good. It's, yes, these are challenges, and there's a lesson in
Hmm.
it, and it's, sharpening me.
Yeah, yeah, I love that answer, Grace. It's a question worth asking, right? Because everybody that's dealing with whatever occupation it is, like you said, there's tough days, months, all the time, right? With everybody, everybody's dealing with something. But sometimes it gets the best of individuals. And
It
individuals
does.
have breakdowns, and then you're wondering like, man,
Yep.
what can I do to help this individual? What can I do to pray for them? What can I do to, be a
Yes.
lending hand or a lending ear or whatever it may be? I've always loved to go and work out as well. I love blasting my music up loud and just tuning out and just tuning out to the music. I love poetry. I write
Yes.
poetry as well.
Mm.
It's something I just love to do, because I feel like sports is what I do, but it's not all of who I am. I'm much more than just my job.
Mm.
And I feel like sometimes we get a misconception. There's a misconception out there of people that's either podcasting or people that's writing or people that's in entrepreneurship, or they'll say, well, man, she must have it made, right? Based upon what they look at
Mm.
your Instagram, they're like, wow, look at this beautiful lady that she's out here promoting
Amen.
herself, her businesses. She's doing well. She's talking to these people, but they really don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and they really don't know what goes on in your life unless they talk to you, Grace. Um,
That's right. And I've been through many, many
right.
storms. If you've been like listen to my podcast, or um, read my book, Many Storms, and, you know, anything is
Right.
possible. And that's why I come out and I do these, because sometimes we believe like, well, our circumstances are holding us back. And I don't believe that. Now, if I understand, like, if you're coming out of the rubble, those are messed up circumstances. Like, if we're living here in the United States of America, we don't have those messed up circumstances. But I'll tell you a story. When I was 19 years
Mm-hmm.
old, I chose to go to therapy in secret, because that was not something that you did in the environment that I grew up with. Like, if you went to therapy, you're known to be
Right.
crazy, which is not true.
Right.
Well, I saw that same therapist on and off for 25
Mm.
years. And 10 years ago, when I started the coaching side of the business, she said, I have to be honest with you, and please don't be offended. When I met you, when you were 19 years old, I felt that there was no hope left for you.
Wow.
And so,
Mm.
despite our circumstances, we can rise above. We can thrive in the
Right.
storm,
Right. I love that. I love that.
regardless.
And I appreciate your transparency on that. And that leads me to the question of your book. Can I live? Right?
Yeah, can
Can
I
I
live?
live? Dare to be going from fucked up to fabulous. If I'm not if I'm quoting that
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
Um
No, you got it
please,
right.
please tell me not just the title, but where did the idea for you wanting to write a book of talking about Can I Live come from?
Well, my cousin, which you would love him, you guys would get along
Mm.
great. He used to always, he was such a free spirit. And we tell him, like, look, we're adults now, like, calm down, like, relax, don't be, And he's like, can I live? And so I would tell him, I go, one day I'm going to write a book called Can I Live? And at that time I was joking. I never had an idea to write a
Right.
book, but I would tell him, like, one day I'm going to write a book called Can I Live? And so that's where that part of the title came from. And then Dare to Go from effed up to fabulous, from fucked up to fabulous, was thinking about that therapist at the age of 19 when she told me there was no hope. So I was like, okay, here are the steps that I took to go from what she thought was fucked up to, you know, to have the fabulous life I do now. Thank God. And it was with the God's grace. Thank you, God.
Oh, no question. Like I said, and obviously, you don't have to talk about those storms that you went through. But I would love to hear about that offline. That's for sure. Because I feel like that's just a
Yeah,
fascinating,
I'm open.
fascinating thing to listen to and hear about because we all face adversity and we all face adverse times.
Yeah,
Again, some people crumble under that. To me, I think the best people that I love having in my life is people that find ways to overcome it, find ways to make it better, with the fact that they do overcome the adversity, it just really strengthens your character, and how you deal with things,
absolutely.
in my opinion, which this is another great segue. And that's advice. I'm sure there's people that many times maybe you've spoken to people, maybe you've had public speaking events, maybe you've went to certain events, maybe you've tried to network with people, even through your podcast when you have guests on. Um, what is some advice that you would give someone that wants to be in entrepreneurship? Because it's hard to start your own business. It's very hard
It
because
is.
you financially you're going in for yourself, right? In the mindset of, okay, I'm going to do this for self and try to make a profit of it. But not only that, podcasting. Some people find it very tough to do, to be able to talk to people that are strangers and eventually would become friends or, people that you know of, right? Talk to me about what kind of advice would you give those individuals that want to start either a business or a podcast or even a book?
If you have that thought in your heart that you want to start a podcast, that that thought is there for a reason. That desire is there for a
Okay.
reason. And what I would invite you to do is reach out to someone like Chris and ask them, or like myself, and ask them, what does it entail? So find someone who's doing what you enjoy or what you want to
Hmm.
do, and ask them if you can shadow them, ask them if you can ask them questions, And also kind of really dig deep into your why. Like, why do you want to do something? Because oftentimes we think we want to do something for a certain reason, and there's a whole other, you know,
Sure.
reason. So really getting to finding someone who's doing what you want to do, if that's write a book, start a business, start a podcast, and really, and most people like to help. I'm sure if someone reached out to you, Chris, and said, I want to start a podcast, or if they reached out, you were always happy to help. So find someone that's already doing what you're doing and just pick their brain, and, and if you can, shadow them to see what it's really like. That would be the first step. I would, and then from there, I feel like that's creating
Right.
momentum, and the other pieces will start falling into place because the universe knows. Once you start putting that momentum out there, the opportunities, possibilities, the people will start showing up.
Love that. I really do. Is there any more books on the horizon for you?
Everyone asks me that, and I say right now I'm living it. So I'm not sure if there is another book. Um, Probably later in life,
Okay. Well, you haven't
for
closed the
sure.
door on it
Not
though.
now. No, I have not closed the
I
door.
love that. No, I like that. And because, and obviously I'll definitely have to cop this book because I love to read different books. I'm sure this is a book that you have maybe on like Amazon or where can people cop this book?
Yeah, it's Amazon, Barnes and Noble. It's there.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. I'm with you on that. Yeah, definitely. Can I live? Definitely something I would definitely cop
Yeah,
for
can I
sure.
live?
No doubt about that. I want to ask these next questions because we've reached a portion of my podcast now that we're going to do my interactive game called This or That. It's a game,
All right, let's
Grace,
do it.
that I like to play with all of my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. And it's very simple. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, Grace,
Let's
are you
do it.
ready?
I'm
Okay, here
ready.
we go. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather eat at? Five Guys or In and Out?
Five Guys.
Ooh, okay, okay. I'm shocked on that one because In and Out is a West Coast thing.
I know.
Okay.
I listen. I had a burger at Five Guys one time that was so delicious. Like I haven't had a burger like that
Mm,
since. It was
okay.
that's why I say Five
Grace, you my
Guys.
kind of girl now. I rock with you. I'm rocking with you right now. I like that. Five Guys. That's what's up. Okay, here we go. Which flavor, if you're eating chicken wings, would you rather put on the wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Barbecue all the
Okay,
way.
I'm with you on that. Now, do you like your wings wet or dry?
Oh, I just love chicken. I just love wings. So wet.
Okay. Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
So you like to get messy with it.
Yeah, it's chicken wings.
Listen.
Although my sister-in-law makes some amazing chicken wings.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now listen, I like to get messy too. I love to get messy with it. I'm with the barbecue. I'm with the wing. To me, it's not a real wing if it don't got a bone in it. That's just my opinion, but it is what it is. Okay,
Totally.
I'm with you on that. We off to a damn good start. Let's keep it going. These next four questions have to do with music concerts you rather attend. So here we go.
Okay.
Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Casey Musgraves or Carrie Underwood?
I don't know who Casey
Oh
Musgraves
no.
is,
Oh no.
and I'm not.
Oh no.
And
Grace.
I like Carrie Underwood, but I don't know if I want to go to her
Okay,
concert.
here we go. I got a bonus one for you. All right, here we go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Janet Jackson or Mariah Carey?
Oh, Janet Jackson.
Okay. Okay. That looked like it pains you to say that though. Are you sure?
No, it didn't because I love Mariah Carey. I love Mariah
Mm-hmm.
Carey. I love Janet
Mm-hmm.
Jackson, but I've seen Mariah Carey. But I like Janet Jackson and her moves.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, which music concert would you rather go see? Rihanna or Beyonce?
I've seen Beyonce. I haven't seen Rihanna, so I'd love to see Rihanna.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I've seen Beyonce too.
I love the beat. It was a great concert, but I haven't seen Rihanna, so I'd love to see Rihanna.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Luke Bryan or Luke Combs?
Oh, Luke Combs.
What? You said, "Oh, was that a tough one?"
Kinda.
Okay. Well, listen, they're only going to get tougher. Okay.
I haven't seen either one of them, but I like Luke Combs. He's
He's
cool
very good.
because
He's very good.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that song when she walks in the bar, I'm seeing the music video. She walks in the bar and I don't know the name of the song, but I like that
Okay,
song.
I'm with you on that. Last one of the music. Which music concert would you rather go see of these two legends? Would you rather see Whitney Houston or Celine Dion?
Whitney Houston for sure. Whitney
Okay.
Houston. I love Whitney Houston. I miss Whitney
I think
Houston.
we all do. We all do. She is so she
Yeah.
to me,
Oh
she
my
had the
God. I love
second
her so much.
greatest Star Spangled Banner like she had the
Oh,
second greatest. No question about that.
I just got the chills. I mean, Whitney Houston for me is just her talent, and I'm always sad when I think about Whitney
Right.
Houston. You
Right.
know. So, but I love Whitney Houston.
Yeah, it's my mother's favorite singer, no question about it.
Yes.
And listen, she's a talent that stands alone. There's no question about that. You did very good on the
She
music.
she's an incredible talent. God
God
bless her.
bless her, no question. I love that. Now, back to the sport.
So who is that person I didn't know so I could write it down? Casey
Casey
who?
Musgraves. She is absolutely
Okay.
a gorgeous, a terrific singer. No question about it. She has some good
Okay.
songs.
I'm gonna listen.
Write
I'm
down
gonna look her up
Shabuzi
after
too. Do you
this.
know Shabuzi?
I love Shabuzi. Like I was just at Empire Party the other day because Ghazi's one of our good friends, and we had Shabuzi here in San Francisco for a free concert in Civic
Mm-hmm.
Center, and he was amazing
Okay.
and such a sweetheart.
Okay, yes, I do love me some Shabuzi as well. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Back to the sports. Which sport would you rather watch on TV? Would you rather watch baseball or hockey?
Hockey. I mean, my family loves baseball, but I'm like, this is boring until something big happens. And they're like, ah, and I'm like, what happened?
Uh, Everybody says that, Grace. Everybody does. Unless you're there at the ballpark, then that's the only time that baseball really matters. It's the only time. So I totally understand that. Um,
Okay, good.
which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Badminton or bowling. Although I love pickleball, that's kind of like badminton.
Are
Bowling.
you a good bowler?
No, but I did the last time I bowled, I won, but that was luck. That was it. That was luck, nothing more.
Okay. Well, listen. Do you need the bumpers?
No, that time I didn't.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. That, as long as you don't need the bumpers, Grace, we can go bowling. We can do that. Otherwise, you have to be on a
Okay,
separate
cool.
lane. You have to be on a separate lane.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Okay.
Okay. That's totally fine. Do you like desserts?
Oh God. That's if I didn't like desserts, I'd be a size zero.
I love that.
I love
I love
dessert.
that. I'm not gonna touch that, but I love that. I totally do.
I love dessert.
Okay. Well, I'm going to name four
Yes.
categories of desserts. Okay. And what you're going to do
Let's do
is
it.
choose one of these categories that you're never going to eat again. Okay. So
Oh,
here we
that I'm never gonna
never
eat
going to eat
again.
again. So here we go. The first
Yeah.
category is cookies. The next category is candy. The third category is grouped together. So it's cake/pies. The last category is ice cream. Which one are you getting rid of?
Candy.
Girl, you on point like a period. That's what I would say. You are on point like a period. Yep,
Candy.
I'm with you.
Because I love cake and pie and cookies and ice cream.
Okay. Now, what's your favorite ice cream?
So my husband brings Ben and Jerry's all the time,
Good man.
and I need to be. I need to be mindful because he can eat the whole pint. It's okay. So fish food. I love Ben and Jerry's fish food. It's so
Say what?
good. That gooey marshmallow. It's called It's from Ben and Jerry's, and it's called fish food.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
It's the bomb.
I'm I'm
It's
gonna
the
have to
bomb.
try that one. I'm gonna have to Wikipedia that. I don't think I ever heard of fish food.
Wikipedia it.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. I'm with
has
you on that.
it's gooey marshmallow and chocolate chips. It's
Okay.
delicious.
Fish food, Ben and Jerry's. I'm gonna write it down. No question about it. Okay. Do you like potato chips?
I do, but I don't need to like I'm okay with eating like I rather eat the sweets than the potato
I got
chips.
you. Well, listen, for this one here, for this hypothetical, I'm gonna name four different brands of potato chips.
Okay.
What I want you to do is I want you to name a brand that you're gonna get rid of. So same kind of format with the sweets. So here we go. The
Okay.
first brand is Lay's. The next brand is Ruffles. The third brand is Doritos. The last brand is Pringles. Which one are you getting rid of?
I knew you were gonna say Pringles. I used to love Pringles as a little girl. Um, but Doritos are pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna have to let the Doritos go.
Mm, okay. Now, you don't need to name the other three. You don't need to name the other three. But I want to know, what is your favorite chip? If you was to grab a chip like that's my favorite, I can eat the whole bag. What is that chip?
There's I love the salt and vinegar.
Oh hell no.
I think it's the rippled
Oh
one. Is
no.
that Ruffles salt and
Oh
vinegar?
no. Oh, Grace. Ugh.
I I like those. Yes.
Okay. Well,
Sorry.
listen. I mean, you have a lot going on for you, and you are wonderful in a lot of different ways. But you just proven you're not perfect. That's just what it is.
Oh no, God, no, I'm
That's
not
that's
perfect
okay.
at
That's
all.
all right,
By
and it's
far.
totally fine.
By
It's
far.
totally fine. Like you named the
Uh,
second worst.
what's your
You named the
favorite?
second worst chip ever created.
What's your
My
favorite?
favorite is definitely Ruffles sour cream and cheddar.
Oh yeah, those are
Yeah,
good. Oh
that
yeah,
that's my favorite. Yeah, that's
that's good.
when you said salt and vinegar, I was just in my mind. I was saying, "Oh hell no, we
Mm,
just cannot."
I love it. It's so good, and then you just lick your fingers. It's really
Um,
good. I like it.
well, you know what? I'm gonna do you a favor and leave more on the shelf for you. How about that?
Thank
Yes,
you.
that's a favor.
Thank
That's a
you.
favor. That's cool. I love that though. You're very
Uh,
decisive in this or that. So you're very decisive. I love that. Thank you for playing. Now, this next question
you're welcome.
is called bucket list. And the reason why it's called
Mm,
bucket list is because I want you to speak things into pretty much to existence. Right? We're manifesting. I want you to give me a top
yeah.
four of either events or things that you would like to do in your career that you haven't done yet.
Well, I definitely would like to, speak on a larger, level. I've definitely spoken in my community, but I would love to speak to a room, let's see, up to 300 people.
Okay.
So that'll be a good, bucket list for my speaking, the speaking side of the business. Yeah.
Okay. Give me three. Give me three
And
more.
three more
Yeah. Give me a top four.
for my career. I definitely would love to attract a sponsor for my
Okay.
podcast.
Absolutely. Definitely would love that. Definitely would love that.
That would be awesome and
Hmm.
fun. And the third one is I would love to. I was so blessed with my staffing business. Like we've been, the top firm here in the Bay Area year after year for decades. I would love to also have the coaching side of the business be recognized as the coaching team, the firm to go to as well. Last year we were named top 5. So I would like to that to be just like how we were recognized as a top staffing firm. I'd like us to be recognized as a top coaching firm.
Okay. Okay. I
So I'm
ain't mad
putting it
at
out
that. I'm
there.
not mad at that at all. Now, what would be your last one,
Yeah.
Grace?
Oh, one more.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So we said speak
In a
at
room,
bigger
300 people.
organizations.
Yep.
Yeah, speak at bigger organizations. We said get a sponsor for the
Yep.
podcast, and we said be the top coaching firm in the area. And the last one would be speak at a retreat, like be
Oh,
invited to speak at. I've been invited to speak at summits and retreats, but I want to be invited. I'd love to be invited to speak at um, I don't know what you call them, like um, of course not for Tony Robbins, but one of those events where I get to go and be part of a
like a
panel for
conference.
the weekend. Yeah, that'll be fun.
I think that would be amazing. I think you would be amazing in that for sure.
Oh,
No
thank you.
question about that. And I love the
Thank
sponsor
you.
for the podcast. Yes, that it would
Yes.
be
Yeah.
amazing. No question about it. For
Yeah.
you and me both. No
Actually,
question.
listen, I have a huge, like, I have a big dream because Tom Brady's from our neighborhood. Like, our families, know his family. My uncle hangs out with his
Hmm.
dad. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to have Tom Brady on my podcast one day. I could put it out there.
Why not?
I could
Why
put it
not?
out there.
I mean, listen,
Why not?
he's not playing football anymore. I'm sure he has a little bit more time. I'm sure he's a busy man, but I'm sure he has a little bit of time to be able to hop on the Grace Redman podcast and do some real talk. That's
Why
for
not?
sure. Why not?
Why not? I'm putting it out there.
I want to re-clarify before
That's
I get
it.
to the next question. You said coaching. What kind of coaching do you do? Just to re-clarify.
So, yeah. So, what I do is I work with it's executive coaching, success coaching, and I work with, typically high performers like yourself, entrepreneurs, people who already achieved success, but they feel like
Right.
stuck and they're ready to go to that next
Right.
level. So, we help them get to that next
I love
level
it.
because typically what got us from there to here is not going to get us from here to
Right.
there.
Okay.
And so that's what I do.
Now, we talked about advice you would give others, but what is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
Hmm. Take nothing personal.
Mm. Now, was that something that you had to kind of drill in your head, or was that something that you always, you just never really took anything personal? Because that sounds like some when you said that and the way that you said it with that emotion, it sounds like you had to kind of drill that in your head. Like there was some times where you did take things personal.
Of
Oh yeah,
course. And I had to drill it in my head because I would take things personal and then I would believe that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't worthy. And so that was the sabotage. That was the sabotaging behavior. So I was very successful from here to here. But then when I got here, I was sabotaging myself and I didn't feel fulfilled. And so that's really what it's about. I think most of us create success from a place of fear, from a place of unworthiness. And then we get to a point where it's no longer working for us. And then that's when we need to step back and soar to the next level in a different way. Create success from a place of faith instead of a place of fear.
I love that. I do. Take nothing personal. And in this business that we deal with, being media, being entrepreneurship, you're gonna hear some constructive criticism. You may even get some
Oh,
trolls.
yeah,
You may even get some people
totally.
that just said some off the wall stuff. That's just what have,
For
right?
sure.
Anytime you get praise, you're gonna get some blame, and anytime you get you're gonna get one, you're gonna get the other one. Is what I'm trying to say. So I love that the
For
fact
sure.
that you said take nothing personal because you just have to take it with a grain of salt with the business that we're in.
Yeah, and it's not easy, and unfortunately, sometimes you're going to experience the haters, and it's par for the course, and that means you're doing something right.
It does. It does mean that for sure. I want to do rapid fire with you, Grace.
Let's
Prior
go.
to me letting you get out of here, I want to do some rapid fire questions with you. So the first thing that comes to your mind, I want you to just shout it out with glee. Okay, so here we go. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Were you shocked that that was the first one?
No, No, because I love
Oh,
both.
okay, got you. Because you looked at me like you were bewildered. You did not know which one to choose. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Because I'm like, oh, I like them
I
both.
totally understand. So do I. Here we go. Chicken or ribs?
Ah,
Red
ribs.
or blue?
Well, if you said fried chicken or ribs, I would have said fried chicken. But
Oh
you said
yeah. See,
chicken or
chicken could
ribs,
be
so I'll take
fried,
ribs.
baked, grilled. Don't even matter. Okay, red or blue?
Ribs. Red. If you know me, you know I love red.
Okay. Well, listen. I'm glad you did because red's my favorite color, Grace. No question about it. And red is definitely a color that definitely blends well with you. There's no question about that too. So I love the fact that you chose red. Okay, here we go. Juice
Thank you.
or soda?
Need well soda, soda.
Okay, you about to say neither. I totally understand that. I
Yeah.
totally understand that. That's for sure. Um, Favorite Netflix TV show, or just TV sitcom on TV?
You know what? I'm almost done watching, which is an old show, and I freaking loved it. Scandal.
Yeah, Scandal's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh man, Olivia
Hmm.
Pope. I did not like her in season 7. I was like, oh, and then gets
It
better.
does, right. Kerry Washington played the hell out of that character. No
Oh
question.
man.
No question about that. Um, I wanna ask this next question too, and the next question is favorite alcoholic drink.
So I don't drink
Hmm.
anymore, but I loved my dirty martinis and my tequila shots.
Okay. Well, look at you. You definitely work hard and play
Yeah.
hard. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. We I mean we still play hard, but we that was so fun. Like the dirty
Hmm.
martinis with my blue cheese stuffed olives.
Blue what?
Yeah, that was
Blue
fun.
cheese stuffed olives.
Yes, you have olive stuffed with blue
Oh my
cheese.
God.
So dirty martini. Yeah, so
Grace,
good.
we oh
So well, I'd have if I had a martini now, I'd be like ass out. But that was, I love dirty martinis. I love champagne. So I was known for tequila
hmm
shots, dirty martinis, and
Okay.
champagne.
We gonna have to like stick to the damn wings when it comes to eating stuff because you are eating some exotic foods here. I'm just I don't know.
What dirty martinis is
No,
exotic?
no,
Oh my
no, no.
god.
The stuffed olives, the
Oh
blue
yeah,
cheese.
those are so good.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
I've never had a dirty martini. I'm pretty sure that's pretty good though. The dirty martini, but yeah, you lost me with the stuffed
yeah.
olives, girl. You definitely did, but that's okay.
I,
That's all right. I'm rocking with you still. Favorite board
I
game?
told you I'm not perfect.
You no, but
Favorite
you're
board
still
game.
wonderful though. You're still wonderful. Okay, they're gonna
Eh,
say that. Favorite board game?
Favorite? Oh my god! I don't know why my mind just said the Ouija board, which is not true. But when you said board game, I thought of the Ouija board. I'm like, ooh, ew.
Okay. The weed. Are you
I
talking about the
know.
board that slides with the letters and the no?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the spirits come, and I'm like, why did
uh
I have no idea why that came in my
yeah,
mind.
that's a little different, Grace.
You know what? I used to love playing the game. Go on, blah, blah, Clue. I used
Okay.
to love playing
Clue.
Clue
Clue.
when I was a little girl, and I loved playing Candyland when my kids were young. Like we could play for
Okay.
hours.
I'm with you on that. Now, favorite card game.
What's that? Uh, what's that one where it's like you have to put it down fast? Um, I don't know what it's called. So you know what? I'll stick with favorite card game is 21 or Fish, Blackjack or
Are you
Fish.
talking about like Go Fish?
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah, I work. I worked a lot. I don't sit down and play cards.
That well, listen, Grace. From those two answers, I definitely understand. I understand what you're saying right there. Although blackjack is my game, I
Like,
do like blackjack. Blackjack's a good game. Um,
yeah, yeah.
okay. If you had a choice, right, to bring three people with you, so it's three plus one, total of four, three people with you on vacation, who would those three people be and where would you go? Now, before you choose, you could choose family, friends, or celebrities.
Well, let's see. That's a good question. Three
Hmm.
people. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not gonna choose family because I do that anyway. Um, I would. You're gonna think I would love to go on vacation with Mother Teresa because I just want to understand from her like how to stay in that place of unconditional love and
Sure.
humanity. I just want to learn from
Okay.
her. Who else on vacation? That's a great question. I'm not
Wow.
sure.
I didn't think I was gonna stump you
I
here,
know.
but yeah, you looked a little stumped.
You stump me.
Wow.
I am.
Wow.
Outside of my family. Um Again, like the peacemakers, Mother Teresa, um Martin Luther
Okay.
King. I just want to know like how can we move forward in this chaos in a peaceful way and feel like to me they represented
Maybe
peace
throw in Rosa
and
Parks in there
I
too.
just go for it, yes. And so just how do we move forward in a society that's so divisive and
Mm,
so divided when I know that the answer is
right.
love, but showing up and saying the answer is love is like, you know, makes me sound like I don't know shit.
Right. I feel what you're saying. No, those are that is probably the dopest answer to that question that I've had in my 350 plus episodes that I've done
Oh my
on
gosh,
the
really?
podcast. It really is because you've named some really dope people, and why wouldn't you want to go on vacation with them and just pick their brain, pick their minds, and be able to have a good time, relaxation, and just have a conversation that's worthy of that's worthy of having a conversation about life and how to be positive, how to move forward in a society that wronged you, right? That wronged you and that did that oppressed you a little bit. So to be able to do that, I think that's a pretty dope answer, girl. I really do.
Yeah, thank you. And actually I forgot about Nelson Mandela, you know, as
Yeah,
well. You know, being first generation Palestinian American and my parents being part of the diaspora, I just, you know, how can we create peace?
okay,
And I'm learning that peace starts within
of
ourselves,
course,
you know, so that would be an amazing vacation for me to sit with, you know, with all of them. And they were change makers, that's for
no
sure.
doubt, no doubt. Now, if you had a choice to listen to three songs or three artists on repeat and never get tired of them, what three songs or three artists would you listen to?
Snoop Dogg,
Okay,
Easy
okay.
E, and Morgan Wallen.
Girl, where in the hell have you been all my life? You must have been stuck up in the Bay Area for real, girl. That is what's up.
So those are the three, and I do listen to those on repeat. Like, I don't know what about Easy. Like, I love Easy
Right.
E, but I think all of us in the Bay like love Easy
Sure.
E. Snoop Dogg. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
no
he's
brainer.
iconic.
And Morgan Wallen. I mean, every single
Yeah,
song.
he
So
different, no question. But yeah, it's still a good blend. You need a little bit of different. Can't be all just hardcore rap. You got to throw in a little bit of different in there with that music. I love that.
yeah,
Now you
yeah,
mentioned,
and I love all music. I could listen to all
yeah,
music. I love, I love all like I love salsa
yep,
music and Arabic
yep.
music
Me
and
too.
classical music because I feel like music is just brings people together in a way that nothing else. Music brings people together in a way I've seen nothing
Right.
else bring people together.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
I think you understand what I'm
No,
saying.
I do. I do. No question. But I want to go back to one question before because you mentioned the three people. Well, actually, you mentioned a few names, but you didn't mention the place. Where would you take them to for vacation? What place would you go?
I would go to hmm probably the Amalfi Coast
I love it.
because I love the Amalfi
Okay.
Coast. It's it's beautiful, but that's not the right answer. There's something else in my mind. I can't. Um, it would have to be somewhere very like spiritual and zen, like where there's a vortex, like where there's a
Okay.
vortex. And I just can't think of that right now. Wouldn't be Sedona, but maybe like
I bet you it's gonna
I
come
don't
to
know.
you after we get off here.
It's, you know what? It's Hawaii. That's
Ooh,
what it is.
that's nice.
It's because something about Hawaii is very spiritual, so that's where it would be. And yeah,
I love
Hawaii.
that. I do. Now, I want to ask you, favorite sandwich?
Okay. So when I was in high school, in the lunch counter, and like my mom put me on a diet since I was 10 years old, so she's like, "Don't eat the
Oh
bread."
wow.
But I would watch my girlfriend get this salami and cheddar sandwich on Dutch Crunch or sourdough. So some mayo with some salami and cheddar cheese on some sourdough. That would be amazing. So simple, but so amazing. What's
A
wrong?
lot. But I'm not even gonna go into what is really wrong, cause that. Oh Lord. Huh.
Well, you don't like salami and cheddar
Mm-mm.
cheese?
No, no. I
Oh man, what would be your favorite
okay.
sandwich?
So I am very basic. I like turkey, chicken, or steak, and I'm a
Oh,
provolone or Swiss kind of cheese person. Um, for that. But I do like American cheese as well. I just don't. The salami is what kills me. That salami is
oh,
just that ain't it. But
salami's so
again,
good.
we do have wings. At least we can get messy with some wings, Grace. Whatever whatever we eat.
Yeah, wings are
Wings are
good.
very good.
Wings are good. Yeah, but salami is prosciutto, salami. I used to love Swiss cheese when I was a little girl. It reminds me of my
Yeah.
grandparents.
No, I feel that. I
But
feel
yeah,
that. Now, if they came to you and they said, Grace, you do a heck of a job as a founder and a CEO. But we want you to work in a different position and role for like a month. What would be your dream position and role outside of being an entrepreneur?
I mean, I'm so blessed to be doing my dream position and role. I would go teach.
Mm,
I would teach. I would
okay.
be in the schools in the high school, and I would teach, or at the community
I
college.
love that. I love that. I do substitute teaching, so I totally understand what you're talking about.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Eh, I don't know why that even came up. Like that's never even been a thought in my mind. Well, no, actually, when I was a little
mhm.
girl, I used to want to play school with my, siblings and cousins, and nobody would ever listen. So maybe that's something I've had in my heart for, a
I
long
think
time.
so. I think so. There's no question about that. In my mind, it's not. I think you would make an amazing teacher. You obviously have an abundance of
Thank you.
experience. You're very welcome. Abundance of experience in your life, the trials and tribulations that you went through, the storms, as you called them, that you went through and you've overcame, right? And you're living your best life
Yes.
now, doing exactly what you want to do, podcasting how you want to podcast, which hopefully I can be able to join that podcast. 'Cause I certainly would love to be on there for sure at some point.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and then
Yes.
I would love to be able to copy your book, Can I Live? Because I'm so intrigued
Yeah.
about I believe it's 200 plus pages. I'm so intrigued to read that book and to find out what it's all about for sure. And it's been a really dope conversation of just your background of growing up in the
Thank
Bay
you.
Area all the way to now. Obviously, as I told you, I'm gonna be out there in February of next year because the Super Bowl is out there, and I look forward to meeting you in person because I think it's gonna be even ten
For sure.
times better than what this is. And I want to say
Oh,
thank
thank you.
you for coming on to my podcast. My final question to you, Grace,
My pleasure.
is there anything else you'd like to add about yourself, the job, or anything at all before we conclude?
Just thank you so much for, having me on. And I know that, you talked about play hard and work hard. And we do. We need to integrate play and fun into our lives, and that puts us in just in such a different vibration where we'll start attracting the things we want. So we definitely have to integrate play. So we don't just work hard, we also have to play. So that's what I want to leave
I
them with.
love that. Well, listen, you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening as I will, and you and I
Thank you.
both would definitely be in touch.
For sure, honey. Thank you so much for
No
having
doubt.
me.